We got a big box from the monthly knife club. We're going to be unboxing here together. What is going on, Miguel? Guys here, welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today, I'm going to have the Trivisa Puppy right here, new utility blade crossbar lock from Trivisa. It's going to be doing the honors here because we have our monthly knife club box to unbox together here. Links to everything down in the description below so you guys can check out prices, availability, and variants. Those help out the channel when you use those links, but it's entirely up to you and at zero extra cost. Of course, highly appreciated. Let's see what goodies we have in here. Bada bing, bada boom. Here we go. All right, looks like we have quite a bit here. We have 2 knives. We have some other smaller goodies. Let's go over them each one at a time, shall we? Zoop. First things first, we got our limited monthly knife club sticker here. This one's got a Viking going on, looking pretty rad. Again, these are one-offs and it's different every month. Next, we also have a carabiner here. Looks like we have a brand carabiner made with high-strength aluminum alloy, the Rothco brand. Never heard of them before. It says coyote color. So different colors are available, and it's got the threading going on here, so you can, use it for like holding a backpack or just, some decent heavyweight stuff, but not for climbing, so not human weight, but I know I've used these for holding backpacks up to strollers and situations like that, or just hanging a bunch of stuff on there. Pretty solid here, aluminum build with the threading, so you can lock it up. Let's go ahead and remove this guy. Don't need that tag there. Miguel, what are you doing? All right, so you can thread this guy all the way up. Obviously, that's going to lock it in the closed position, give you peace of mind. And you can thread it down, right? You want to open the gate here and just load it up with a bunch of stuff. Should take a decent amount of weight. It doesn't necessarily give you a weight capacity on the tag here, but for everyday stuff, like again, some bags, backpacks, stuff like that, should be pretty decent. So it's a nice little ad there. Followed by the, what do we have here? The Gerber Shard DT. A keychain tool. We have 3 tools in one. Keychain, lightweight bottle opener, airplane friendly. We got some goodies here. Let's go ahead and take a look. Here we go. This is a little bit better here. We got the key ring, right? Pretty standard stuff. And then we got a key ring hole here, pill shape, oval opening hole there. Got the Gerber branding on one side. Got this sort of mountain topographic looking design here in the front with the Gerber logo. There's your bottle opener. You have a little bit of a Phillips head right here towards the front. And then this is kind of like a, could be a scraper, could be a flat head, little pry bar here on this side, pretty much. So there's your 3-in-1. And it's pretty decently lightweight. An additional tool you could have. It is airplane or airport safe, so you shouldn't have any issues there. And another good value add for your everyday carry gear, right, on the go. Just one of those things you don't have to think about. Maybe you just store it in your keys and you are good to go. And it's there when you need it. Best to have it and not need it than just need it and not have it. So next we got the Armbar Slim Drive multi-tool. Gerber branded, 4 tools in total. It's a frame lock. We have a bottle opener here. Let's go ahead and dig right in. We will again use the Trivisa Puppy here to do the honors, trying to get through this slightly thicker plastic. When in doubt, best to cut away from you than towards you. That's always a safer approach. Always try to remind myself because, easy to forget. Hello, can I have my my tool? Thank you very much. We got some paperwork here, and of course the rugged packaging, if anything. Now, as far as the tools here, we got something pretty interesting. I'll tell you what. It's got a key ring, all right? So you could put this on your keychain or what have you, maybe on your truck keys and stuff like that. So for starters, the first thing that calls my attention here is this bit driver. It's a non-locking bit driver, so that's a good thing. You got your flat head right there. You can swap it for your Phillips head. I like that it's kind of nice and flat, so it's still a good solid driver here on the go. So that's looking good there. It looks like maybe aluminum here on this sort of bronze looking scale on the handle. Everything else is blacked out. Of course, we got the blade. Can I one hand open it? It's a little bit tricky, but yes, it is possible. It's got a liner lock here to unlock, right? It's not going to be a one hand. It's not going to be a swing open. It's just going to be a slow roll pretty much for the deployment. Not sure what kind of steel we're working with here. Future me double check. We got a little bit of a Warncliffe little geometry there. It does feel like a somewhat like a hollow ground. All blacked out, of course, and that's steel on the screen. Or you can close it with 2 hands. It's just a little bit easier. The one hand opening is a little bit cumbersome, so I would just recommend using both hands. And like a slip joint style, right? It is going to be a locking knife, so once again, for my friends across the pond, something to keep in mind. So we got 2 tools so far. I mean, unless they're counting the bit driver as 2 other tools. What else are we missing here? All right, here we go. We got a little bit of a jimping here. We can just push on and then that's going to reveal the bottle opener. And it's non-locking. The force is always going to be going up like this, so that doesn't necessarily undo it while it's open. And then you can easily fold it once you're done with that task. So that is pretty much it in a nutshell, right? We got the bit driver, right? Phillips and flat. That's two different tools in one. And then we have the knife we looked at. That's three. That's a locking knife with a liner lock. And then we have the bottle opener back here. So 4-in-1. Pretty intuitive here, pretty slim, good package, especially for the bit driver, or the fact that it's so kind of like in a straight line design for the most part. I'm digging it. That is, once again, the Gerber Armbar Slim Drive. Let me know your thoughts on this one, and we're moving on to the next one. Zoop. All right, second to last, we got a Civivi knife, and this is interesting to check out a Civivi knife. I haven't checked one out in a while. Here's an interesting fact. Civivi does not send knives to the channel for me to review. Major companies like Vosteed, Concept, Kaiser, they all do, but for some reason Civivi maybe just works with big creators and not small creators, who knows. But this model we're checking out right here is called the Sentinel Strike. And I gotta tell you, I already know what this knife is like. I own one. I've loved it here for quite a long time, and I'm excited to check it out here with you guys once again. We got a sticker, another sticker, paperwork, we have a wiping cloth, and a catalog here for some of the most popular knives from Civivi. But here we go. Hope you guys are ready for one of the most fidget-friendly and also hardcore lightweight EDC knives you can own these days. It's called the Sentinel Strike from Civivi, and this one's got quite a bit going on. I think it was released maybe about 2 years ago. Perhaps it was released on my first year of making EDC knife content. Got a lot going on right here. Big opening hole with thumb studs, back flipper. It is a plunger lock, button lock, the traditional way of doing button locks before the button operated liner locks really took the whole knife industry by storm. You got this little turtle shell construction back here, kind of makes it look like an integral in a way. That's also pretty tight. Glass breaker, carbide ball in the back, and an easily swappable reversible pocket clip. So just undo that little hexagon nut right there, turn it around, boom, good to go. But yeah, where it exceeds right here is bam. Look at this geometry here, ladies and gentlemen. Holy macaroni. This is definitely what the doctor ordered, no doubt about it. Look at this thing. Just, yeah, absolutely fell in love with this geometry back in the day. And another fun fact, I actually bought mine, my original one, I bought off of Tim from Tim's School of Fish. Right, he was selling his, and I was like, I gotta have it. I bought it off of him, and I've just been enjoying it ever since. Love the little sheep's foot geometry, almost Warncliffe looking blend there with the flat grind. Plenty of cutting path there, pretty long cutting path to be exact. Good finger choil. I mean, the ergos on this thing are pretty solid. Look at this. You got hammer, grip, handle grip here for days. You can forward choke all day with a nice finger choil, and this is an absolute workhorse all day. We got K110 steel, and just the action, man. Good acoustics too. Take a listen. That back flipper is nice and jimped. You can light switch it all day. You don't want to push button it because you don't necessarily have a D10 ball on this one, right? The plunge lock here is creating the D10. But yeah, if you light switch it all day, you are good to go. So at least 1, 2, 3, 4 different deployment methods. That is just what the doctor ordered. 3 little speed holes, nothing crazy. This one is in aluminum red. No milling on the inside for wear reduction. Those are solid aluminum handles there, right? Of course, the reduction portion comes with this FRN looking turtle shell, if you would. I mean, it's got some holes on there as well. Kind of gives you integral vibes. Got that lanyard hole back there for my lanyard people. Just overall, I mean, a sweet, sweet everyday carry knife that is capable, and it's definitely the kind for my big knife people out there. Miguel, where the big knives at, fam? Where the big knives at? Well, I got you, fam. Take a look. This is definitely one of the true classics by now. If you don't own a Sentinel Strike from Civivi in your rotation, I don't know. Think you're definitely missing out. This one is one of my personal favorites. You got an overall length here coming in at crazy over 8.5, like 8.7 inches. You got a 3.75 inch blade with a 3.25 inch cutting path. And then you have a almost a 5, but not quite, like a 4.9-ish handle, right? Counting all the way to the carbide glass breaking, right, little tip right there, if you would. And for the size of knife that it is, you'll be surprised. It's actually pretty lightweight. Yeah, if I had to guess right here with the size, all aluminum, FRN, pretty lightweight. I'm gonna go 3 ounces maybe, right? If it's anything higher than that, I'll be surprised. Yeah, just 3.5 ounces, nothing crazy, 99 grams. That is crazy good for a knife this size with that little bit of weight. Makes it a great everyday carry, makes it a great, even a bug out backpack type of carry, or anything you want to do lightweight. this guy got you covered. And man, did I mention, right? Very utilitarian geometry, great for utility cuts and draw cuts all day. I mean, this is my type of sauce. Let me know your thoughts on the Sentinel Strike. Have you checked it out? Do you already own one? I mean, by now, it's been in the market for a minute, and we absolutely love it over here. Link down below, of course. But without further ado, let's move on to the next one. Zoop. All right. It is time to finish off strong here. We got a KB knife. This is the more premium branch of Kubey knives, and it looks like we're going to be checking out a model KB 390A. That doesn't tell me much. It is a gray color M390 in titanium. That's a good sign. So we'll get in here and we'll have the Sentinel Strike do the honors. Bada bing, bada boom. And let's find out what we're dealing with here with this KB knife as a premium branch. And whoa, wait a minute. We got a little bit of a tiny guy right here. That's interesting. We got a wiping cloth. We got some paperwork. That's pretty much your unboxing right there in a nutshell. These always come sealed, right? So let's go ahead and break them free. Future me put that model on the screen, and let's definitely zoom in for this one. Got that bee-blasted titanium natural look color to it. We have some anodizing sort of purple, bluish purple looking pivot, thumb studs, hardware throughout, backspacer, all titanium. So that's nice all the way around. Pocket clip is going to be about that much deep carry and not reversible on the other side. We got this little bit right here, right? Little protector from it hitting the handle. So go ahead and remove that. Yeah, we don't need this guy anymore. And it looks like it's going to be a frame lock. And we got thumb studs for deployment. No back flipper, no front flipper, none of that. Very interesting, aggressive jimping for this tiny of a knife. Right here on the blade, also back here on the backspacer area. So see what the blade has in store for us. Well, bam, check it out, right? Little sheep's foot, harpoon, warning blend right there. Take a look, a little bit of a harpoon area there. We got a stonewash finish, M390 steel. Let's see, who's the designer here? Cut Knives. Got a little bit of a cat little logo right there, if anything. First time checking them out here on the channel, that's for sure, making a debut. But that flat grind stonewash combo right there, absolutely a looker. It's going to be a frame lock, right? Nice and easy to disengage. A little bit of a shake shutter, giving the weight on the blade, not that much. Got that engagement there, maybe about a 30-ish% engagement or so. Got the steel insert for steel on steel contact for longevity. Screw here on the outside. And good access from the show side, quite a bit here with the chamfer going on the lock bar. Again, easy to disengage here, pushing down and to the left. Yeah, not going to be a drop shot in any way, shape, or form. You have to kind of shake it a little bit. And I got to tell you, it's a tiny little guy. So trying to fight for grip here on the deployment. Make sure I can get it deployed without sending the whole knife out of my hand. So fine if I lock in right here without putting pressure on the lock bar, maybe around the pocket clip area. Yeah, that's where it's at. And then Spidey flick here with the meat of the middle finger. Bam. Hold on. D10 left the chat. Hold on a second. You don't have a crazy strong D10. It's not crazy loose either. But for the Spidey flick, I feel like if you load right the pressure here on your middle finger before deploying, that's probably the better way to go. You can use your nail as well. There we go. Nail of the middle finger. Bam. For the win. So at least two different deployment options there for sure. Now, as far as ergos go, we don't have a finger choil, even though you could sort of put your index finger in this little area here. It can technically be a 4-finger grip. You can see how close I am to the edge there as such. And I have average size hands, not the biggest, not the smallest. Thumb behind the harpoon here does feel nice, pretty solid there. If you go 3-finger grip here, you don't have a lanyard hole, so maybe you're attaching your lanyard here to the pocket clip. That's going to make the knife stick out of the pocket a little bit more. But yeah, tiny, small little EDC carry for sure. Great if you have limiting local laws that prevent you from carrying a certain size of knife. Perhaps you want to do a secondary carry, 5th pocket carry, or even office carry if you want to carry something not as intimidating, right, for your coworkers to feel like you're a serial killer or something. Because we already know how non-knife people are towards knives. Oh my gosh, he's got a blade. He must be a criminal. Like, no fam, this is a tool and it's used for cutting things, okay? Chillax. Anyways, I digress. Let's see here. Reverse grip feels good. A little bit of a gas station fighting grip. That's solid. A little Pakal grip. I wouldn't recommend it. You're very close to the edge. Not that comfortable. So you got that. I mean, did I mention this was a tiny little knife? Look at this. 5.5 inches, closer to 5.7-ish inches overall length. Under 2.5, like 2.35, 2.4, and then around 2.25, right, on the cutting path. Handle is going to be 3.25. So small EDC for sure, no doubt about it. Quick weight check here. On this bad boy, we do have milling on the inside for weight reduction. So that helps a little bit here. Everything is titanium, right, on the handle. With the blade being the exception, of course. So we're going to go with, let's say 3. Yeah, around 2.5, 3 ounces. Look at that, not even. 2.2. I got to work on my guesstimations. 2.2 ounces, 63 grams. That is pretty, pretty good, right? For the size of knife it is, even though it's all metal, right? You're still getting a pretty lightweight carry overall. So, and some people might argue for everyday tasks, you don't always need the big Espada XL to get things done. Something a little bit small like this, right? Do some utility cuts, some drug cuts, right? A little pinch grip for opening up some Amazon packages here and there. I mean, what more do you need? I mean, do you really need a bigger blade all the time? Really think about it. Chances are, maybe you don't. Or you could carry this bad boy as a secondary. And then, if you need a smaller task, you can take out the little guy. Or if you have a bigger task in hand, bam, you take out the bigger, the bigger bad boy right here, the Sentinel Strike. So let's talk about costs here. This is the monthly Knife Club drop 132. This is the ultimate plan, 189 plus shipping and handling. But you're getting a value of $310.98 to $391.98. Let's break it down a little bit. We got the sticker, that's free, typically a $5 value, if anything. The Gerber Shard right here, this one's going to be a $10.95 value. The Rothco locking carabiner, 80 millimeter, is $5.99. Then we got the Gerber Armbar Slim Drive. This one's going to be $45.99. The Civivi Sentinel Strike is anywhere between $65 to $100. I would say this variant is somewhere in the $70 or so. I know the one closer to $100 is the one with Damascus. And last but not least, we got the Kubey. The name on this one is a Steeltle. That's interesting. I'd never heard of that word combination before. It's like a play on words, Steeltle. Yeah, this one is going to be anywhere between $184 to $230 depending on what variant you get. So combined, that's how you get to this total value, which is obviously way higher than what you pay for. Take a pause if you guys want to read through it right there, all the details. And yes, I do have links so you guys can sign down below. This is code Lucky_7. It's going to get you 7% off any new orders. So definitely take advantage of that if you're interested. Now, there are multiple tiers to the monthly Knife Club. There's a basic one, there's an intermediate one, there's an advanced one. This one is the ultimate one. There's a little bit of everything you could choose from depending on your budget. If you want to go the high end, if you want to go the middle, right? You want to go the budget end, you definitely got quite a lot to choose from. Highly recommend it, guys. Let me know your thoughts about this gear we unboxed today. What do you like about it? What do you love about it? Anything you dislike about it? All feedback is welcome. Which one's your favorite? Let's hang out in the comment section down below. Again, links to all these in the description and pinned comments. Shout out to Monthly Knife Club for sending this one out for me to check out and share with you guys. And these are likely going to end up being given away at some point in the channel. Definitely make sure to subscribe. There's a 75,000 subscriber giveaway going on right now through the month of June. Check out that video right there to your left. Or you can check out this video right here to the right that YouTube recommends. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me until the end. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Either this one or this one. Peace.